Hello, Virgo. Welcome to your monthly reading for February 2025. This is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're going to jump right in, Virgo. If you are new to my channel, I'm going to give you your astrological overview, then your full Celtic cross spread. Then we're going to break it down week by week. We'll pull more cards. We will cover a couple more aspects, and then the second spread. And Virgo, we are here. I hope you brought your banjo. I mean, like, we're here. Cue the trumpets. It's February 2026. Welcome to the gateway for our brand new era, the birth of a new world that we're about to move into. This is such a pivotal month. It's iconic, as the kids would say, but it really will help define the future of the 21st century. That's how big this month is. Remember, January was the cracking of the egg, and February is your first breath in your new reality, okay? Or gasp, or scream, or cheer, laugh. You do you. You do you. But get excited. I mean, the Saturn Neptune conjunction is here. 0 degrees, right? Aries, the world axis, the creator degree. I mean, this is an aspect that has been exhausted. Everyone's been talking about for a long time. But that's how unique it is, and that's how rare it is, okay? It's been nobody's ever experienced it in modern human history. We are the first. This is a major reality shift, major frequency shift. And what makes it so rare, the one thing that just to grasp this, right, is the orbit of those planets, allowing them to precisely align at this extremely narrow window for an exact conjunction at 0 degrees Aries, the very first degree in the very first sign of the zodiac, therefore the beginning of the beginning. That's why it's the great reset. It's the great collapse. It's the great awakening. February isn't a month. It's your last glance back at the old world before you truly begin to create your new reality. All right. So I did a whole video on Saturn conjunct Neptune, 0 degrees. It's part of the prism portal. Remember that rare grand trine that makes it even rarer. Okay, I'll leave it at the end of this video what you can expect for the next 2 years, but it's a new cycle. It's a 36-year cycle, but we'll talk about it. You can watch more about it because we won't talk a lot about it here. We'll wait for your weekly forecast, but just know it will have significant impact in your life. And Virgo, I'm looking straight at you when I say this. Out of all the signs, it's really going to have a really big impact on yours, okay? We'll talk about it. As you know, it's your 8th house, okay? And here's the thing. If you are a subscriber, you will remember me saying every month, every week since the moment Saturn and Neptune briefly met in May 2025 for the summer, right? We have that little window. I said to take inspired action and put yourself where you want to be by now. Okay. And we're here. And so you remember every week I said wax on, wax off, put in the work. I said out with the old, in with the new. Everything's about to change. Saturn makes your dreams reality, right? Neptune dissolves your old systems, your old structures, everything. And last summer, I launched my website, greatawakener.com, to prepare you for this moment. I've seen what's coming for the next few years. Remember, it's strong. A lot of changes, okay? And you and everybody, we're all on the brink of moving into this great paradigm shift, this reality shift. Reality will shift. I mean, Saturn is reality, and you're already experiencing change. You've got the South. You've had the South Node. This is your 1-year anniversary of the South Node in your sign. Okay, you're going to be adapting to more change. And February obviously is more than the Saturn Neptune conjunction. All right. And I did a video. I'll leave it at the end of this video, the February 2026 astrology overview, the live stream. Yeah. Where I explained I've never seen a month like this February. And it's because among the many rare aspects that are happening in February, there's something just the aspects, okay? They're all perfectly and suspiciously, curiously placed throughout the month in this way where it feels it was carefully handpicked and designed, as if something cosmically divine played a role in preparing you to leave everything behind for your new you. Okay. So in February, expect three things. Three things are going to stand out. One, we enter eclipse season. Okay. Eclipses bring the unexpected. They're game changers, right? Two, almost all planetary aspects are with Uranus, the planet of the unexpected and change. And three, the majority of just all the aspects and alignments in general are with Chiron, the wounded healer, and with the North Node. So for February, expect change, expect the unexpected, expect to heal old wounds to make room for destined life events. Okay. And yes, there's more on the back. And the party's on the back, by the way. The party's on, that's where the big ones are. We'll get to it. And not everything's on the whiteboard as usual. And the other thing is we're not going to go over everything here because we're like, especially the first half, we'll talk about next week, but I will still cover it when we break it down week by week. But we do start on Sunday, February 1st, the full moon in Leo. This one, I mean, for you, it's fine. It's spiritual. You're doing your healing right away. That's it. Okay, Virgo. Leo does rule your 12th house. And as you know, full moons bring completion, culmination, turning points, but you're already releasing the very first day of February. Yeah, you're already having big emotional changes. This is an emotional full moon, but it's a joyful one. It's in Leo. It's not aspecting any planet. So this is a full moon where you can fully express your authentic self. Now, that said, it is in your 12th house. And so the 12th house is spirituality. It's rest and retreat. It's, a little bit of like you might want your alone time. That's all I'm saying. Okay. The 12th house is also intuition. But when I say healing, it's like there's something here where you are going to find ways to heal in order to heal others, teach others, help others, support others. That's you. That's you, Virgo. You're all about service to others, right? So there's great passion here. It's Leo energy. Leo is the heart. So I do like this for you, and I feel like there might be something here that you feel strongly moved by, okay? And yes, there may be some themes of relationships and family, maybe even creative projects as well, but it is going to be, the 12th house is the subconscious, okay? And we're talking about the moon, right? The subconscious. But one thing I do want to point out is that we're still in Aquarius season, right? And in fact, the first week of February, you're still going to have 5 planets in Aquarius up until February 5th, 6. And Aquarius rules your 6th house. So there may be something here where full moons do illuminate, and you've got Pluto in Aquarius, a couple other planets in Aquarius. There's truths coming to the surface. There may be some revelations as well. So keep that in mind, okay? The may be a very revelatory full moon for you. Now, especially with work and colleagues as well. There may be something there. If you are a cross watcher, if you watch for a rising or your moon, or for your coworker, or for your colleague, or your mom, or whoever, right? Fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. They're gonna feel this the most. All right, this full moon. If you have any planets 11 to 15 degrees in any of those signs in your natal chart, you're gonna feel it. Now, the other thing is that we'll talk about that one later, but it's gonna be Tuesday, February 3rd. Uranus goes direct. Yeah, it's kind of a big deal. So Uranus. Here's the thing. When Uranus moves, he moves. You feel it. Uranus, the sky god, the planet of surprises and the unexpected and breakthroughs and revelations and shocks to the system and wake up calls. He's gonna shake the ground under your stilettos, okay? Your Crocs, whatever you're wearing. But it's like a reminder to shake things up, be innovative. That's Uranus. He wants you to be your authentic self. And this is Uranus and Taurus. It's your ninth house. So this is more spiritual for you. This is, the ninth house is more about your worldview, your philosophies. So there could be something here because this is a very spiritual month for you, by the way. All right. But there could be something here where you might be taken a little bit out of your comfort zone, and it may be something that is good for you. Okay. To have that fresh perspective. The other reason why I think I like this for you is because did you feel stuck since September? We had an eclipse in your sign. I hope you remember the new moon solar eclipse in your sign at 29 degrees on September 21st. How could you forget? How could you forget, right? I didn't forget because I'm a Virgo moon, 29 degrees. Anyway, you're still feeling that, okay? That's still playing out. But either way, things could have felt a little stalled. Maybe travel, maybe publishing and broadcasting, education, things like that, right? So Uranus is progress and forward momentum. So you may feel something here. There may be something here with finances and work as well, but you're going to see 4 Uranus aspects this month. Now, another thing that's happening for you, Friday, February 6th, Mercury will move into Pisces. So that's your ruler. It's Mercury moving into Pisces all month. So Pisces is a little too new age for Mercury. Mercury's like, I'm rational. I need facts. I'm logic. And you get that, right? Mercury's your ruler, right? So planet of communication. Pisces is a little too dreamer energy, a little too, it's very spiritual. It's very, the higher mind. Yeah. Mercury's the physical mind. So it takes a little bit for Mercury to acclimate. But when he does, it's great. It's soulful. It's compassionate. Maybe things are just really silly and confusing. But Pisces is your opposite sign. So partnerships, love, and marriage, business partners, unions, commitments, contract agreements. That's where the activity is going to be. But you can use this. I like it. You see, Venus is going to join Mercury soon. So I like that. That brings that fun and that pleasure and everything that you desire. But I always say Mercury in Pisces is like poetry in motion. So it's beautiful. If you use it, like write down your daydreams, right? Make them real dreams. Speak your creativity into the ether, things like that, right? So anyway, Sunday, February 8th. We'll talk about that later. That one's not gonna. It's Tuesday, February 10th. Venus will move into Pisces too. So Venus is now joining Mercury. And the reason why I do love this for you is because Venus is exalted in Pisces. So Venus does her best, thrives. She's in her chariot in Pisces. And Venus is love and romance and relationships and money, right? Creativity, creative projects, beauty, all of that. It's so much compassion and romance, romanticy, empathy, It's it's like the kissy emoji. It's that feel good energy. You're gonna love it, and that's why it's really great. It's in your seventh house of relationships and partnerships, and your personal relationships as well. But it's just it amplifies that that feel good energy, and money too. Okay, so really great. Also, if you are like an artist, oh, you're gonna love this. And Venus is here all month too, right? So artists, singers, dancers, poets, filmmakers, flutists, it doesn't matter. Like, very inspiring energy. Now, another thing that you can expect Thursday, February 13th, Saturn moves into Aries. Here's the thing. This is why, all right, so that I just said you experienced Saturn in Aries last year, all right? May 24th to September 1st. You had that little preview, and Neptune was already here too, so they were together, okay? What change did you experience, especially when it came to leadership? What new adventure, what bold new adventure did you initiate? What sort of transformation did you feel when it came to relationships, when it came to deepening them, when it came to money, when it came to thinking about investments, thinking about shared resources or having activity around that, royalties and investments, inheritance and bonuses, commissions, shared bank accounts, loans, taxes, intimacy. Yeah. You should have redefined your identity. You should have reinvented yourself because Saturn was in Aries. Okay. Aries is the I am of the zodiac, the emperor in tarot, right? So this is ownership. This is you becoming a boss, an authority, embracing more discipline, having zero tolerance. Maybe you set up meaningful boundaries here, okay? Maybe you took on a lot more responsibility as well, okay? Maybe you felt a little bit impatient. Saturn likes things slow and steady. Aries doesn't, right? But this is your 8th house. And that's why you, Virgo, out of all the signs, there's more change to come. All right? The 8th house is death and rebirth. It's transformation. It's the, what is it? The thing? The caterpillar to the butterfly. Phoenix rising from the ashes. That's the 8th house. And so there's a lot of depth here, okay? And it's you going through this personal evolution through your transformation, right? Through intimacy. And there is something deeply psychological here, but also, and I say this all the time, especially when the 8th house is involved, you can't have that rebirth part until you have that death part, right? And so in a month like this, where you're moving into this brand new era, where you're saying bye-bye to the old you, there's going to be parts of you that you're truly going to leave back in January, okay? Remember, we can't turn back time. You can't. You're moving forward. And the other thing is, this is going to be, remember, Saturn is karma, right? And so this is you put in the work to get rewarded, right? Karmically. And now you've got unfinished business, okay? Because last summer was just the trailer. This is the main feature, right? So Saturn being life lessons, it will be here for the next 2 years until April 2028. All right? So I'm just letting you know. This is that Aries energy. It's that I am. So this is going to test your confidence. It's going to be you coming out on the other side, being this big leader. Yeah. There's going to be some really strong relationships that you develop around this time. This is, again, it's just, there is depth here. We'll talk more about it next week. And remember, Saturn's officially conjunct Neptune at this point. So you are going to feel their energies merge up until the 20th, February 20th, when they have their perfection at 0 degrees. All right? The countdown begins. Now, the other thing is actually, you know what? I'll even tell you right now. The last time Saturn was in Aries was April 1996 to February 1999. So you can think about what was happening around that time with all those themes that I was just talking about, right? With your personal transformation, with relationships, intimacy. Maybe there was marriage. Maybe there was something here with inheritance. Again, money, building your wealth, your legacy. All right. Now, another thing is I actually do like Friday the 14th for you, February 14th, Valentine's Day, because the moon will be in Capricorn. And so it's not exactly like a fun, flirty, giggly, romantic night out because the moon's in Capricorn. But what it is, this is the Capricorn rules our 5th house. So it is love. It's true love. It's romance. It's pleasure and joy. So it will be really nice for you, but it's going to be a little more, no nonsense. Yeah. If there's anything, it's going to be like conversations that are like, what are we? Are we going to do this? Like, yeah, because it's all about your long-term plans and your commitments. So keep that in mind. I think that the moon will actually trine Uranus too. So very interesting here. And those are your two BFFs, fellow earth signs. So very earthy energy, very grounded energy, just being, again, no nonsense, very practical. But with Uranus at play, expect the unexpected. Say I do. Yeah. Now, February 16th to the 22nd, this is the strongest concentration of aspects, okay? All month. I just look at the time, it's 11:11. Sunday, February 16th. That's when you've got the Sun square Uranus. So this is one of those Uranus squares. It's at 27 degrees. Uranus is direct at this point. And it's the Sun. The Sun is in Aquarius. That rules your 6. So there may be something here with, honestly, with work, your daily activities, as well as health. There may be something brought to light around this time. It is the Sun. There may be something with friendships as well, or groups that you belong to. But just with this square with Uranus and Taurus, you're already feeling the solar eclipse in Aquarius. But here's the thing. Even though it's a square, this square, I don't mind it. I actually kind of like it. I feel like there's going to be something really stimulating for you. Like you're really craving excitement. You're ready to evolve. There's this inner rebel within you that really wants to show the world like who you are. Remember, this is squaring Uranus and Taurus in your 9th. So again, this is like, broadening your horizons, right? And this is your shift in your perspective. So I really like this. Remember, Uranus's breakthroughs. Now, that same day, Mercury, your ruler in Pisces, will trine Jupiter in Cancer. Now, this is great. I absolutely love this for you. We didn't see Jupiter at all last month. So Jupiter, and this is happening at 15 degrees. Jupiter's exalted in Cancer, but 15 degrees is Jupiter's degree of exaltation. So he's at his strongest point. This is his pinnacle of perfection and protection. So I absolutely love this. Again, with Mercury and Pisces, it's all about your dreams or visions when it comes to partnerships, relationships, your future in a relationship, contracts. There could be really nurturing conversations. There's a lot of home and family energy around this time, but this is you just good fostering like emotional growth and, again, something here truly opening your mind. Jupiter expands, right? And this is all about wisdom. So you could hear great news. You can make an exciting announcement. I like this. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, Monday, we're here, February 17th. This is perhaps the most meaningful day of the year. Look at what's happening. I think a lot of you are going to have these big moments of clarity because you have the new moon solar eclipse in Aquarius at 29 degrees. Now, this is the day of the official day. The year of the fire horse starts. Yeah. So I talk a lot more about that. I think in the my top 10 predictions of 2026, but it's going to be a year. It's going to be a big year. But I want you to think about the last 2 weeks of January, all those conjunctions, all that energy, this surge of energy that you experienced. I mean, that just brought you to this moment. And now you're going to have another radical leap forward. It's at 29 degrees, an anaretic degree. There is a true ending and beginning here. And remember, Aquarius rules your 6th house of your everyday activities. Yeah. And actually natively rules your 3rd. Well, with Pluto involved, Pluto's not really aspecting, but even still, like, you've been feeling that energy. So it does look like a lot of y'all are just going to change things. Yeah. It's your routines. This is your home, by the way, the 6th house. So there is this level of comfort here. And the 6th house is work. It's your responsibilities, your duties when it comes to work. It's your, colleagues, employees, your interns, but also health matters like self-improvement, all of that. Some of y'all are going to get pets too, by the way. So this is a big new moon solar eclipse that will be squaring Uranus. All right. So again, something just changing the way that you see something here. Yeah. Expect change. This is you being the change too. Be the change. Yeah. This is going to carry you a year and a half, 18 months. There may be also new friends around this time. New communities, new groups, new audiences. Yeah, this is new teams, work related. Aquarius energy is so revolutionary. So with this one, with everything that's happening here, there is a sense of urgency. There is a sense of now or never, right? So again, there could be a little bit of a wake-up call around this time, especially for you. And for you, it'd be more of a spiritual awakening that does feel destined because you've got Venus conjunct the North Node in Pisces on the same day. So eclipses already have this element of karma, as do the nodes of fate, as does Saturn and Aries. So there is this convergence happening around this time where there's something truly fated that's happening. All right. And this is the first of, well, I don't think it's the first, but it's one of 3 conjunctions with the North Node this month. Okay. Venus again exalted in Pisces. And just so you know, that Piscean energy, it is very spiritual. And remember, Pisces is the last zodiac. So there's something that you're finishing up as all this new begins. But you could have some big moments here when you've got Venus, right, conjuncting the North Node in Pisces in your 7th house of relationships and love and marriage and contracts and agreements. And Venus is love and relationships, but also, again, money. There could be, a contract you're signing or whatever it is. You could even just receive these big downloads or have epiphanies or something just clicks about your path forward, your mission statement. So we'll talk about it more when we get to it. And it's happening right at the time when the sun moves into Pisces. So now we have a stellium in Pisces on starting Tuesday, February 18th. The next 4 weeks, it's all about relationships for you. It's all about relationships and contracts. And remember, it doesn't have to be love. It can be career. It can be your, relationship with your agent, your, manager, your sister, just, again, personal relationships. But there's, again, it's just so, there's a lot happening. There's a lot happening because Thursday, February 20th, now we have the Saturn Neptune conjunction, 0 degrees Aries. So, again, the Great Reset. Also, the Great Collapse. And that's because Saturn, sure, can turn your dreams into reality, and Neptune can make it feel magical, right? But if you don't put in the work, yeah, if you get lost in Neptune's illusion and confusion and delusion and fantasy, well, Saturn's going to give you a huge reality check, and Neptune will leave you in his fog. So remember, Saturn builds and Neptune dissolves. They couldn't be any more opposite. But they're in Aries, the I am of the zodiac. This is you. You deciding how this works, what stays, what goes. Yeah? And so everything from this moment forward, that's your eighth house. That's your eighth house. Again, you're about to go through some really deep transformation. And there is this level of commitment here. Yeah. And it's with Neptune and Saturn, it's like this divine, heroic commitment. You earn that title of spiritual warrior and visionary leader, okay? But you're going to have to be willing to trust the unknown for two reasons, Virgo. One, we've never experienced this. We don't know what's going to happen, right? Again, that's why I say it's up to you. And two, it's in your eighth house, all right? The eighth house has that sense of mystery. Remember, it goes deep. It goes deep, all right? It's Pluto ruled, ruler of the underworld. There's no limit to the depths, right? So we'll talk about your weekly forecast. The other thing is that yeah, Venus. There we go. Saturday, February 22nd, you got Venus trine Jupiter. This is going to be one of your best days. This is one of the best, luckiest aspects of the month, of the year. To be honest, of the year. All right? You've got an exalted Venus in Pisces, trine an exalted Jupiter in Cancer at its degree of exaltation, but also Jupiter rules Pisces. Also, trines are the nature of Jupiter. Also, these are the two benefics, the brightest planets in the sky. I mean, this is like a gift from the universe, okay? And remember, Jupiter in Cancer rules your 11th, which is your future hopes and aspirations and goals and dreams. And so with Venus and Pisces in your 7th, all about your commitments, yeah? Whether it's relationships, contracts, business partners, but this is abundance and optimism and expansion. I love this for you. There may be something here with friendships too. It is your 11th. But there is a lot of support around here. There, again, maybe something here with money, finances. I mean, Jupiter is profit too. So keep that in mind. This is really nice. This is really nice. Now, let me see here. We do have a first quarter moon on February 24th, by the way. It's going to be in Gemini. And so I do think that a lot of y'all are going to be in new jobs at this point. Or you get a promotion, or there's something. It's almost like you've already settled and now there's something building, okay? It's really nice. Remember, Gemini rules your 10th house of career and fame. So there could be something where you get recognized for, all right? And then Thursday, February 26th, Mercury will go retrograde in Pisces. or he's detriment. So it's just funny because you've got this, just the magnitude of these very serious aspects, and then you go straight into Mercury going retrograde, right? So in Pisces, this is going to create a little bit more fog than you would think. There may be a lot of confusion. It's like, when you're like in a pool, yeah, and you go underwater and you look up, and the waters is like, it's kind of like that, all right? And it's Mercury retrograde. Yeah, Mercury's your ruler. You and Gemini, Mercury rules, so y'all are the two signs that Mercury retrograde really impacts. So, yeah, delays. There could be some tech glitches, miscommunication, things like that. And focused on relationships and love and marriage and contracts. Please, we'll talk about it, all right? But you do all your signing before. The good thing about Mercury retrograde in Pisces is that you really delve into the subconscious. And again, Piscean energy is very spiritual. It's just really strong intuition that you may be really connecting with. And again, it's Mercury retrograde, so it comes to your benefit. It is a good time to slow down and re-examine, revise, reassess, review. Yeah, can bring in former lovers, contracts, things from the past. They come floating back again. So that's going to be for the rest of the month. We are at the end of the month. Friday, February 27th. We'll talk about this in your weekly forecast. You do have the Sun conjunct the North Node in Pisces, but then Mars square Uranus as well. This is interesting because it's a little bit of destiny. It's a little bit of disruption. You're on your spiritual journey while Mercury's retrograde. So it is really, we'll talk about it. There's so much more to it. I mean, just the Sun conjunct the North Node in Pisces in your 7th house. This is like you walking on water in another dimension, off planet. Like you just discovered your path to enlightenment, your soulmate, there's just something here where you're right where you need to be. Yeah. And by the way, I should mention, sure, there's all these North Node conjunctions, but that just naturally brings in the South Node in your sign. And so the fact that you've got Saturn and Neptune moving into Aries in your 8th house, you have a lot of these chironic aspects that are going to happen with Chiron in Aries. And we'll talk. I'm gonna mention some of those later. It's a big month for you because there's this karmic release that you're going to be doing with every time that the North Node is conjuncted by these planets. There's a little bit of you that you're like, okay, learn my lesson. Okay, don't need this. Okay, leaving this in the past. Okay, I'm changing this way. So this might be a really busy month for you. Okay. And with Mars square Uranus, yeah, this is going to be something where if there's anything here, it just may not be seeing eye to eye with a colleague or an employee or someone in the workspace. I would also please be mindful. Mars is physicality. Mars is in Aquarius in your 6th house, which is health. And then, Uranus and Taurus in your 9th. And so just be very mindful around this time where it's just like bumps and bruises. You're like walking into walls and stuff. You never know. Uranus is full of surprises. Let's get started, Virgo. Let's see what's going on for you for February 2026. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Y'all crack me up, Virgo. Oh my gosh. Do you know any comedians that are Virgos? That wasn't like, I wasn't trying to like, my mom's a Virgo. She's funny, okay? Anyway, Virgo, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread. Offers the best overview, and if we need to pull for a monthly forecast, yeah, we need to pull clarifiers. You know we will. I'm trying. Like I've already lost my voice, and I was just like I'm trying. And that's why I'm like I can't go through all these because I'm not gonna be able. You're not gonna be able to hear me. What was I saying? Virgo. Oh, and I love y'all. Y'all are amazing. Thank you for being here. I'm drinking some coconut juice. Water? Water. Does that exist? Coconut juice? Is this the same thing? I always forget not to drink right next to the microphone. You can hear her. All right, let's do this. Okay. Okay. Yeah. This is like the golden buzzer. I'm like gonna cry. You're making okay. This is I'm very happy for you. This is exciting. This is exciting, and it's literally everything that I just said. And you're gonna make this very easy for me. Thank you. Well, you're good. Okay. You got the sun. You're truly going through a really big change with the sun, but it's this optimistic, and I want you to be optimistic. You know, when Saturn's in its fall in Aries, we'll talk about it when we get to it. And it's in your 8th, and Saturn, as you know, can be a little bit heavy, and so this is great that you got the sun. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like these are your next, lessons. It's going to be in the 8th house, and it's really just it's asking you to go through this transformation. There's parts of you that you do want to change. Yeah. Now, the sun is optimism, it's opportunities, it's good health, it's wealth, it's vitality, it's the sun. And with all these North Node conjunctions, it's like there's your life purpose, right? Like, this is what I want. This is meaningful to me. And so I really love this. The sun is the biggest yes in tarot if you've ever gotten a tarot reading. But the sun is also card 19. Yeah. 1 + 9 = 10. And the reason why that's significant, where we are in the year of 1, right? So, new beginning. But the red feather in the cap here is the same as the Fool, the one that he wears. And so, this is indicating to me there is like this big rebirth that you're going to. And that tracks with everything that's happening for you. It's just like, wow. So, I really love this. And you see the red banner here. There is a sense of achievement. There's a sense of just being able to attract the things that you want as well. There's purity. I mean, you're good. You've got the Ace of Swords and the heart of your spread. And there's your big breakthrough. The Ace of Swords, aces, it's the hand of spirit offering you this opportunity, this with the biggest sword in the deck, right? So that's a lot of power. Remember, you have the power to choose, and you're going to formulate everything this month, right? A lot of healing as well. Ace of Swords, you see the crown, you see the laurel wreath. There's everything here for you. It's victory, and it is success, and it is like I said, like big mental breakthroughs as well, but it can also indicate contract. You remember, you've got So much activity in Pisces, which rules your seventh house. And there can be the contracts and agreements. And then the other thing is Uranus in your ninth, right? Uranus and Taurus. That you're going to have 4 squares there. Uranus is direct. Uranus is part of the eclipse. And the ninth rules the courts and legal matters. So there could be something that you're officiating. There's something here that you could be having a big break. Even like brilliant idea, right? It's something that's opening doors for you. But that is a new path, and you do have that 6 of Wands in your challenge area, though. All right, so there may be something this month that it's almost like you really should consider the 6th house. So you've got the eclipse, you start off with 5 planets in Aquarius, and they all just keep, one after the other. They're going to be moving into Pisces, but it's still your 6th house. And then those are the planets in Aquarius that will square Uranus and Taurus in your ninth. So when I see this, it really could be something here where it does feel like something with colleagues, employees, work. It could be even you feeling that you don't have the right footing in the right place when it comes to work. There also may be something here where you might feel a little bit isolated. There may be a feeling of maybe you've done really well and you're not getting, the recognition or the validation or that you deserve, right? So just bear that in mind. It doesn't feel like anything that's going to be truly like you're going to be going through your transformation. You're going to be you've got that Ace of Swords. It's going to be this big breakthrough for you. But it does feel like there may be some people that you really wanted to get some like support from that maybe isn't there. Okay. And there may be something that you wanted to get recognized for that hasn't happened yet or won't happen in February. It might come in March. All right. There's another big thing. I'll just tell you now, Virgo, March 3rd, that's when we have the lunar eclipse in your sign. All right. So you've got a lot of changes that you're going through. It is the only constant. Yeah. But they're good changes. Yeah. Now, 6 of Cups. Do you see what's happening here, by the way, right? Did I point that out earlier? You've got all these major arcana court cards and 2 6s. Interesting. 6 is great. 6 is feel good energy. 6 is, supportive. It's harmonious. It's everything harmonizing for you. 6 of Cups in your crown. I really like that. I think that there's going to be, especially with Mercury retrograde, you could have a lot of really nostalgic moments. You could be returning to things that brought you joy in the past, maybe even projects you were working on. It's a time where people from your past do resurface. This card is highly associated with nostalgia. You do have a lot of home and family energy, especially around the Jupiter trines. There could be something there as well, okay? There is a lot of security here, protection. There's a sweetness and kindness, and it's all about sharing and caring and letting your hair down. And I really like that. I think you're gonna like it too. You got the card of the biggest change in a month where you're going to experience some of your biggest change. Yep. Like, you can't make this up. This is bonkersville. You got the death card in the root of your spread. And so I think that a lot of y'all really know that you're going through it. A lot of y'all really understand there is some change that is necessary too. Okay. But it does feel like you're ready for it. Yeah, I love that. I love that. Uh, this is you ending one chapter, beginning a new chapter. This is like listen, that horse is moving, right? And so this is more like a process. Yeah. Um, don't resist a change, especially within you, especially with the Uranus squares, especially with Uranus now direct. Yep. Don't resist change because, oh, you're going places. Yep. Mm. You got the Chariot in your future. One thing that's happening, you've got all this Aquarius energy. You've got all this Aries energy. They're two signs that are very similar. Um, they're very independent. They do their own thing. They don't like authority. They march to their own drumbeat, just like the Chariot. So I really love this, and I feel like you're creating these new paths for you. And you can even see the charioteer with the two sphinxes. How interesting is that, right? Because the sphinxes have this sense of mystery, and you're about to move into your 8th house where there's a lot of mystery, right? It doesn't matter. You're in control. It doesn't matter which path you take. They're going opposite directions. And remember what I said. You have to be willing to, go into the unknown. He's charging forward. And so this is so much empowerment. And that's why I really love this read. All right, so let's get to your stuff. Virgo, you are... Okay, so let's get to your stuff. Virgo, if you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, share, hype, and leave comments. There's like a laundry list of things to say with that. But I do want to know what's going on. And remember, you are going to have Uranus move into Gemini in 2 months, in April. You're going to have some changes in career. A lot of you are going to become famous too. It's your 10th house. Okay, I love it. All right, let's get to this. Oh wait, okay, it's late. Come on. You're good. You're really good. You well, I mean, what can I say? You got the 3 cups. Yeah, I mean, there's something to celebrate here. There's a true ending and a beginning, right? Like I said, with this month, you see it right here with the Death card. You see it there. You see it here. You see it with the Chariot. You see 3 of Cups. 3 is a vibration to the Empress. 3 is creation, right? You can even see them. They're toasting the end of a harvest, beginning of a new one. Like there's reasons to be, in celebratory mode. It seems like there's something really nice and new that's happening. And again, there is a sense of community that you're going to feel with all this Aquarius energy. You may even find like a new crew, new group, new team, work team, friends, tennis club, whatever you want, whatever you're looking for. You got the Knight of Pentacles. He's Virgo. Yeah. You got your own card, Virgo, in your external factors area. So there is something here that you are in it to win it. You are in it for the long haul. And again, you've got the North Node, you've got Mercury, you got Venus, you got the Sun, all in Pisces in your 7th house, okay, of commitments. But then you just had Saturn and Neptune leave your 7th house into your 8th, which is, again, there is that sense of commitments here. What did I say? It's more about your legacy now. And this is building. This is someone who is ready, okay? It is all about commitments, but also like diligence and determination. And this is patience, right? Slow and steady. So there's something growing for you. And it seems like there's someone that's with you on your journey. This can be career too, okay, like a new business partner or a colleague or whatnot. But Pentacles are a physical reality as well. Now, yeah, the Hierophant, very nice. All that inner wisdom that I was talking about, you're gonna have a lot of spiritual awakenings this month, okay? And the Hierophant is someone who is like a bridge maker himself, but it's all about blessings. And it seems like it's something that you want to, as remember what I was talking about earlier about imparting that wisdom, right? And in whatever field that you work in, it is your ninth house. It can be through writing, it can be through writing a book, it can be through podcast, and you have the Eight of Cups and your final outcome. You are truly leaving the past for something in your new era. Look at the red cloak, the red boots, for passion, for power. He's leaving these cups in the middle of the night under an eclipse, during the month of an eclipse, for something that he knows is meant for him. Okay? You see him moving to higher ground. So this is a game-changing moment. There's going to be change. You're going to have change. It's almost like you know it. You're moving toward it. It's a big moment for you. And it really might have to do with a new contract, relationship, partnership. You may even leave one, yeah, for a new one as well. But again, at the end of the day, it's all about you. The power's in your hands. You're in the chariot. You're going after your hopes and your long-term goals and wishes, and you're going through this rebirth. There's this longevity to whatever you're doing. You're good. You're good. We're good. Let's break it down. Okay. Virgo. Y'all, oh my gosh, wait, where'd y'all go? Okay, there you are. All right, so Virgo, let's see what's going on for you first week of February. Well, of course, we got that full moon in Leo. One thing I was going to tell you, okay, so remember I said there's all these sextiles with Chiron, and sextiles are windows of opportunity. And sextiles actually have the nature of Venus, but either way, Chiron is the wounded healer. It's those deep old wounds, and Chiron is in Aries, so that is your 8th house. So these wounds go deep, yeah. Relationships, you in relationships. It's also you and when it comes to wealth, no, it's anything that has to do with just removing any doubt or emotions or feelings or those subconscious thoughts of I'm not good enough or I don't deserve this. This is your opportunity to clear the decks now. Okay, so one of the reasons I'm telling you this is because right at that full moon in Leo that is in your 12th house of the subconscious, you will have Monday, February 2nd, Mercury, your ruler, in Aquarius. That's your home, the 6th house that will sextile Chiron in Aries, okay? And so it's almost like all these aspects with Chiron where you have these opportunities to heal before Saturn and Neptune move in. It is like clearing the decks, yeah? And so there is something here that's Mercury, obviously all about the mind, right? And your daily activities, but there's this depth here. It is in your 8th house. So with that said, there may be something here with relationships. There may be something here with, your relationship with money, with, building, a future where you're like loaded, like, and you're just like, no, and that's not me. That's what I'm saying. It's like, we're gonna you can have whatever you want, right? You can attract whatever you want, um, and be whatever you want to be, right? This is, and by the way, it is Mercury sextile Chiron, so this would be like healing words as well. Maybe you're gonna have like r- really deep conversations. It is in your eighth, but this is unbottling, uncorking whatever has been inside. It's just we're letting it go. Yeah, in the wind, and this is that healing that can be just truly cathartic. It's very nice. Yeah. Now, you also have Uranus stationing direct. You've got Mercury moving into Pisces. And again, there's a lot more. There's a lot more. We'll talk about it next week. Let's see what's going on for you. Oh, let's see what's going on for you without me dropping all the cards here. Well, I'm going to see if that one comes back out. Let's see what's going on for you, Virgo, for the first week of February. Oh. $2026. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You got to have a lot of emphasis on relationships. Your 8th house is activated. Your 7th house is activated all month. In fact, you have an overlap of there's just so much relationship energy here. And again, it can be business. It can be your, business partner. It can be an investor. It can be, a lover. It can be, a platonic. But whatever it is, this is all about deepening them, right? This is all about commitments. At the end of the day, it's all about you and your choice. And it does, for a lot of y'all, it does feel like work stuff, career. Okay. Now, second week. And by the way, if you are single and looking, you're going to have so many opportunities this month. Now, second week, you've got Venus square Uranus. So we'll talk about that next week or when we get to it. You have remember, you got Venus and Mercury moving into Pisces, Saturn moving into Aries. By the way, all this Piscean energy, it's mutable energy. You're a mutable sign. And that's another reason why I feel like you're just going to be, a lot of these changes, you're just going to be adapting to new changes, but with grace. Okay. Now, those are the big things. Saturn moving into Aries. Anyway, let's see what's going on for you for the second week. Virgo. Oh, King of Cups. Yeah, it's a very heartfelt week. I'm seeing what's going on. I mean, remember, Venus exalted in Pisces, and that's just very emotionally moving. You've got a lot of relationship activity right there for the rest of the month. You will have this Sun sextile Chiron. I really love that one for you. We'll talk about it when we get there, but that is a lot of like you overcoming big things. Yeah. It's like, and proud of it too. It's self-acceptance. Yeah. And then Saturn moving into Aries, and then Valentine's Day. Now the third week, and the King of Cups is just like, that is so much emotional stability. That is that confidence through emotions. It's also highly intuitive energy. It's wonderful. He is very empathetic. He has a lot of, I mean, he's a King of Cups, so it is emotions and feelings and love and whatnot. But it's also you just being the rock for other people as well. Now, the third week, yeah, this is it. Wow, you got Mercury trine Jupiter. You've got the new moon, solar eclipse in Aquarius. You got the fire horse fired up. You got Venus conjunct the North Node. We officially move into Pisces season. And then Saturn conjunct Neptune in Aries. And yeah, and even Venus trine Jupiter. What a loaded third week. Let's see what we can expect for you, Virgo, for the third week. Oh, of February. 10 of Wands. There's yeah, big week, okay? Big week. 10 of Wands, listen, that can come with a little bit of, let's drop some of these wands. Yeah, that's a lot of responsibility you're taking on. You're probably doing things, maybe taking on other people's responsibilities. But honestly, I'm going to see something here. 10 is the end, by the way. It looks like something around family. I mean, obviously it's one, so it can be like work related, profession, but your passions. But oh wow, there's something. Oh wow, yeah, you're gonna have some change this month. Okay, so there you go. Just be very mindful that it does feel like a little bit of exhaustion, burnout with that 10 of Wands. Yeah, but 10 is the end, and you got it followed. Color, yeah, uh, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, clarifying it, which is card 10. 10 is the end. You're going through a lot of changes. You just literally got the Wheel of Fortune. Like what? So yeah, there's your faded new beginning. There's your faded, calling. There it is, the Wheel of Fortune, attributed to Jupiter. It's the week where you got Venus trine Jupiter. Wow, doors open up for you. Yeah, you're good. You're great. And the last week, Mercury will go retrograde, and the Sun will conjunct the North Node, and Mars will square Uranus. Let's see what's going on for you for the last week. Virgo for February 2026. 2 ones. Yeah. It's a busy month. Okay? 2 wands. This is all about you just being in this new place in your life. There is familiarity, but at the same time, there is a sense of like, okay, I'm in this new same, like, it's just new direction, right? New direction. I want to know what's next. Let me just plan things out. Let me do some research. I don't want to, jump into things right away. Mercury will be retrograde. It really is a good time to, slow things down a little bit, but still hold a lot of power as you think about your future, plan out your future. All right. There's no train leaving the station. You got plenty of time. And by the way, remember, you do have that lunar eclipse that's just days away too. All right. And so you're still going to be going through some changes. Anyway, Virgo, y'all are amazing. Thanks so much. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. This is what happens when I do like readings so late. We're having fun. We're having fun. All right. Anyway, if you, if the second spread, yeah, okay. We're going to look at love, career, money, we'll look at everything. And then your big message. We'll find out we'll use the Tempest deck for that. So tier 3 members, really good and legendary members, you know where to find the link. Anybody is welcome to join. You want to have more fun? If you like this reading, it would be great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. I hope that, can you see that my tongue is tripping over my, anyway. Virgo, I'm very excited for you. You got a lot of change. Happening. Okay? There's a lot of change. But I think you're going to do just fine. I think you're going to have the clarity that you need on some things too. It's like, anyway, you're good. And next week, we'll go deeper in the aspects. All right, Virgo, thanks so much. All right. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.